I think it's down to the client to really work out what service they require from their brokerage. So for example, let's suggest you were a client that actually, yes, you might do the majority of trades online, but occasionally, especially maybe if you're trading over news or trading over figures, you like the reassurance of speaking to a broker. Well, that's one way a broker might actually differentiate themselves to you. And I would suggest to clients, when they're looking at different brokerages, really put together a matrix of what you value and what you don't value within a broker. And if it means calling up 5 times to speak to a guy on the desk just to reassure you that that guy is there to pick up your phone, then do that. I think also it's worth bearing in mind that you know, having a 0.8 pip FTSE is only valuable if you can actually put the trade on. So you've got to look at the service as a whole rather than just look at the charges. And I think, you know, that is how brokers can differentiate themselves from each other.
Spread betting firms are going to make money out of the consistent losers, what 1 pip spreads or with 0 pip spreads. And they do have a great banking business, irrespective of the spread, when customers trade trades overnight. So why do you think there are still some providers who are struggling to turn out a decent profit in this market environment?
That is a good question. And I think it really does pinpoint the misunderstandings that the client base or a client may have about how the brokerage industry works. A lot of the questions that we've talked about today are how the broker is on the other side of the client's trade, and a losing client actually makes the broker win. And I've been at great length to tell you that's not quite how it works. And that question really does illustrate it. You know, it isn't as simple as being on the other side of the trade. And actually, what all brokerages need is volume. We can't survive with just 20 clients trading, even if those 20 clients continue to lose money. Maybe it's obvious, but clients who continue to lose money will not continue to trade. So actually, it's all about volume. It's all about having as many clients as you can trading with us. And currently, due to the competition in the UK market space, acquiring clients is quite expensive. So that is why some brokerages aren't doing well as some others.
Why is it expensive to acquire a client?
It's expensive to acquire a client for a variety of reasons. So maybe you acquire your client through Google. You've paid Google to put your name further up the list. Well, that costs a lot of money. If you look at marketing spend of the top brokers, you know, they can be spent between 30 to 40 million a year on their marketing campaigns. That's expensive to get clients in.
Okay, so everyone thinks it's easy to be a bookie, to take a tight price from the market, put some spread around it and quote it to clients who are likely to lose. Except in real life it's not that simple, it's expensive, controlled, highly regulated and sophisticated. So expand on that or comment.
Yep, and I'd agree with that. As we've kind of said in all of these questions, actually being a broker is not easy. I think the restrictions on being a broker have changed over time. So maybe 10 years ago, the thing that was the barrier to entry to being a broker was technology. I think potentially now it's regulation and compliance. You have to have so many processes in place if you wish to transact with clients that actually now that is the barrier to entry rather than technology, for example.